Hey friends, Frankie and Brad here in Casper's Kitchen where we cook music. Today Brad and I are going to start a segment called Did You Know? We're going to talk about things that just kind of fell under the radar over a period of time, and naturally because we're old, these are things that happened years ago. Brad, go ahead and kick it off.
We're going to talk about a songwriting team that a lot of people may not know, but they know their songs. Mann and Cynthia Weil wrote songs for everybody back in the early 60s, all the way up into the 90s. Examples are We Gotta Get Out of This Place by the Animals. Kicks and Hungry by Paul Revere and the Raiders. On Broadway, You've Lost That Loving Feeling. That song has been recorded by several artists.
Yeah, amazingly, I read that the Righteous Brothers wasn't real keen on recording the song, and it become just a huge hit.
One of their most famous songs, a Dolly Parton song, Here You Come Again, which was a huge hit for her.
I know this band came to my mind for the first time. I guess it was during the movie Wild in the Streets. They wrote a major hit song called The Shape of Things to Come. It was a fictitious band that didn't exist called Max Frost and the Troopers, but the song was just utterly amazing. And then I guess early in their career, Mann did the song Who Put the Bop in the Bop, whatever. But you're right.
That was early 60s.
Yes, I think 61, somewhere along in that. But you're right. These people went so unrecognized and definitely flew under the radar. And was it you telling me that Cynthia recently died?
She recently passed away, but they literally wrote songs for everybody. Shaka Khan, Celine Dion. I found out they even wrote songs for the show The Partridge Family.
Wow.
So, yeah, they wrote songs for everybody.
Yeah, that's true. A band I'm going to touch on that Brad and I both grew up remembering this band. It was a band from Australia called the Easy Beats. They had a huge single in America called Friday on My Mind. It was in or around the 1967, and it was a catchy tune. And it became a huge hit, kind of a one-hit wonder, and then they went back to Australia and continued on to be successful musicians. But what kind of fell under the radar is two of the guys that were in this band, George Young and Henry Vanda, and I think his original name might have been Vanderberg, and he shortened it, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But anyway, you know who these people are, but you just don't know their names. George Young happens to be the big brother of Angus Young and Malcolm Young, and both Zander and Young, years after their rock and roll success in the Easy Beats, they become record producers. They become TV producers. They become astronomical. George Young produced the AC/DC albums. Great guitarist in his own right. And in fact, there was a Dire Straits song, Sultans of Swing, and the line is, "Look at Guitar George, he knows all the chords." That's George Young they're talking about. And Harry doesn't mind, he's got a daytime job, he's doing all right. That's Harry Vanda. So, these guys are just utterly famous among the who's who of musicians, but the average person don't know them. And back in, I know it was around 81, 82, there was a band that hit America MTV, two sisters, Christy and Lindsay Hammond, and they formed a band called Cheetah. Well, Xander and Young wrote all the music, promoted this band, and they become quite successful. And the band members of Cheetah, Christy went on to do live theatrical stuff, Cats and Jesus Christ Superstar. But again, you know, Vanda and Young, two guys, you know, we know but don't know.
Yep, they could have been what really ignited AC/DC in their beginning years.
True. Again, you know, you just never know until you turn up that rock and see what's under it.
Yes.
Well, friends, hey, thanks for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up, and hey, we'd love for you to subscribe. Helps our site, and thanks again, and have a great day.